And just whereas we thought we had it rough by not having toilet paper, Jake, man, he...
Hold on, I had toilet paper.
Oh, so he did take toilet paper with him, folks. And it's been flipped over somehow, and we don't know what's under it, Jake. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's under that thing. All right, folks. Lester, Jamie, and my nephew Jake here.
Hello.
Now, listen, folks, we take a lot of pride in the fact that Jamie and I do not contract out our work. We don't mind getting our hands dirty. You know, we always left at Jamie's man hands because she gets in here right along with me to do things. But today we have an exception to that rule. So you all saw the video of poor Oli who got snake bit. You saw me having to shoot and kill that snake. It took me 8 shots, but I did kill it. That's not funny. And so today we realized that we need to do something with this pond to clean it up a little bit. And Jamie and I'm sorry.
Not it.
Living here my whole life, I just do not have what it takes to get inside this murky water and dig all this mess out of there. The kind of stuff that's making it where we can't really see what's going on out there, you know? And so today, I've called my nephew Jacob. He actually owns a small business. What's your business name?
Possumars Wildlife Services.
And what he does is goes around local areas here and he will rid your home of any kind of rodent, from mice to, I've seen raccoons, I've seen possums, I've seen squirrels. We have actually seen some of the animals he's brought out of these people's homes. Animals that I would never want to go face to face with, especially up in some attic or in some basement or even behind some wall. And so today Jacob has graciously agreed to go inside this murky water of this pond and clean it up a little bit for us. So we have a few limbs here he's going to dig out. We're going to dig out some of this trash that's kind of floated in from along here. You all remember this pond was nice and clean before Imelda. And that tropical storm come through here and washed all kinds of junk and gunk up into it. And once we're done with that, we're going to take a chainsaw and kind of clean up all around the edges of it and make it to where we can kind of see what's going on. What else you want to say, Jamie?
Well, long term, we want to dig the pond deeper because it's pretty shallow right now.
Yeah, as you know, a shallow pond is able to grow stuff into it. If it were deeper and the little plants and whatnot that grow along the bottom of the pond, they can't get sunlight, they'll stop growing. So long term, we're going to dig this pond out quite a bit deeper. But that's for the long term. For now, we're going to have short term, just a pond cleanup. And so, Jake, with no further ado, I hate to say get to it because I don't know what's going on inside of you. What makes you not scared of stuff like that, Jake? What makes it to where you...
I guess I was blessed not having that fear.
that is a blessing because, listen, me and my son, both of my kids are terrified of things like this. Yeah, if you'll just pull over there, I will throw it over.
What's happening right now? No. Oh my God.
Oh, this is the only way to work around here.
So Jake realizes he didn't bring his waders, so he knows that the small boots are not going to actually keep any water out. It's not deep. And so, no, me and my kids, both of my sons are just terrified of insects and rodents and stuff. And I don't know your dad being that much braver, Jake. So I'm just surprised that you're able to do stuff like this.
You know, I said it's a blessing. It's also a curse, I guess. I get myself in all kind of stuff I shouldn't be. Like this pond right now.
A blessing and a curse. Well, it looks better already. I know, guys, I'm kind of embarrassed that I couldn't have done what he's doing right now. But I have dreaded taking my shoes off and walking along that murky water. I've just dreaded it. I know it's not deep. I know that whenever we get out here during the summer months, sometimes when it gets real dry, we'll drive our four-wheelers through it and stuff. The kids will have fun mudding around.
No.
But it's not deep water, but it's just, you just can't see through it. And I just cannot seem to put my feet down places I can't see where I'm stepping. And Jake just doesn't seem to care. You know, a funny story about Jake. Careful over there, buddy, because I can't come get you if something happens. I'll have to call your backup. Who's your backup?
Never thought about that.
He never thought that far ahead. No, so during the quarantine, I remember that it was funny because Ellie had come over and he had gone down to Jake's house to throw the football around, and Jake was nowhere to be found. And so he goes in Jake's mom and dad's house and asks around, and they say Jake's gone to the woods to live for a couple of days. So Jake, on his own, decides to go ahead and just go true backwoodsman. And he goes to the woods, and Ellie finds him boiling his own water. And just, whereas we thought we had it rough by not having toilet paper, Jake, man,
Hold on, I had toilet paper.
Oh, so he did take toilet paper with him, folks. So Jake did take toilet paper, but no, he did boil his own water, which is funny. And it looks better already, Jake. I don't see anything else big over there.
No.
We might have to walk to the other side and get a few things out on that side, and then I want to get that old bucket out over here, and we'll be done with this job. So most of you guys know that this little piece of barrel over here is one that I was feeding Patty in. Now, Patty, y'all, that's been 2 years ago when she had her babies over here, and it's been flipped over somehow, and we don't know what's under it, Jake. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what's under the barrel. Eh? Just throw it out of there and I'll get it.
Nothing.
Well, that's good, but I could picture like a snake den.
Yeah.
It looks better already, Jake. Just a couple more and we'll be done here. But no, really blessed to have Jake, and he lives right up next door to me. He also lost his house during during Hurricane Harvey, and he's done a really neat thing rebuilding his own little house. It's been in a few of our videos. Is it deep or just sloshy?
Both.
You could have threw those out on the other side. I can get them. I don't mind picking things up out of the water.
I just want to pile them up here so we get them easy.
All right, thank you, Jake. You see that? He wants to pile them up so I can get them easy. If I'd made Jamie get in there, she'd be throwing stuff over there.
If you made Jamie get in there, Jamie would leave. Let's be real here.
Jamie'd be gone, huh?
Suddenly I had something to do. Probably work.
I see two more, Jake, and I think we're done. Straight across over there, there's that one laying, there's that one board. You can go around the long side if you want to, Jake.
No, it's all right.
How does the bottom feel? Describe it in detail.
You don't want me to describe this feeling in detail.
Well, I was telling Jake, I don't think there's a lot of fish in here, but I will say that our ducks, we don't feed them much, but they stay fat because they're constantly going. So whatever does live in here, minnows or anything else, they really, really have a good time with it.
We know there's a lot of frogs.
Oh, there's a ton of frogs in here, yeah. Ton of frogs in here.
How scared, Jake? Oh, good boy over here, I gotta get.
I wouldn't do that for nothing. I feel kind of embarrassed, babe, that here I am in my 40s, and there's some things that I've done some pretty wild stuff in my days, but I can't say I've ever done anything as scary as what he's doing right now. And a lot of you folks watching this would be like, Lester, get your ass in that water. It ain't no big deal. It ain't even deep. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not the fact that it's not deep.
It'd be better if it was deep.
What the hell? No, it'd be better if you could see through it.
Give me a thumbnail.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that'll be our thumbnail right there. Thank you, Jake. That'll be our thumbnail with the ducks in the background looking at you. Jake, grab that one little stick that's sticking right there beside you. No, behind you. Like that one little knob thing. No, to the right, to the left, to the left now. Straight, walk straight that way. Because I keep thinking that's something looking at you.
Might be.
All right, folks, and this little job is done. I will come by later with my chainsaw and clean out some of this stuff around the edges of it. And now our pond, at least for the most part, has been cleaned. Don't call it our swamp. It's not
swampy.
a swamp.
This is my swamp.
All right, Jake, folks, you saw it right there, Jake.
Save the day.
I'm going to put his little business name on this page. And so any of you guys that have anybody in this Houston area that needs some work done, you see he's not scared to do it. And you saw that he does top-notch work, and he has some pretty good guns there to go along with it.
Yeah, don't call us, call Jake.
Don't call us, call Jake.
Call me.
Thank you, Jacob.